Okay, so carrying on with my RV decision. I mentioned the dearth of boondocking spots available in the eastern half of the U.S. as one of the serious issues for my enjoyment of full-time RVing. However, there are a couple of other issues that have given me pretty big concern and have made me rethink how I want to travel. And the first concerns RV parks. As many of you know, the fees for RV parks is getting really expensive. And many of them are getting so expensive that it's almost untenable. And it depends, of course, on the length of stay and other factors. But if your travel style is to stay only a few days in any one spot before moving on, then youch, it gets pricey. Nightly fees can be from $35 up to well over $100, approaching $200 a night in some places. Now again, mileage will vary greatly from location to location, the length of time you stay in one place, and of course, the time of the year that you're visiting them. In some instances, though, the cost is approaching or above the cost of a hotel or motel room, which to me seems absurd. Why spend tens if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for an RV rig and then be charged the same as a hotel room? Now, I realize they are different experiences, but I bring this up to say and highlight that camping in motorhomes is not a free ride or even necessarily inexpensive anymore. And yes, I've investigated the various discount groups and the Thousand Trail type camping plans that are out there, but none seem to offer what I seek or don't have campgrounds where I want them or restrict how often you can use a park in a given month. So while that may work for some, it doesn't for me. So again, all this depends on how long one expects to stay in one location. RV parks rates can be reasonable for month-long stays or longer, but if you're more of a vagabond traveler like me, then costs become a concern. And the other issue that has revealed itself is one I suspect most of you viewers are well aware of, and if not, will be, and that is the state of the RV manufacturing industry and the quality of the rigs they're offering to consumers. Now, as an avid follower of RV forums on Facebook, a voracious reader of RV blogs, and a subscriber to many full-time RV YouTube channels, you quickly discover that RVs aren't particularly well made. And there's ample evidence without having to dig too deep to find it. It seems that manufacturers are quite content to release rigs onto the market knowing there's almost countless deficiencies with them. And the result is most new buyers spend their first 6 months having repairs made in the dealership, and there's another big problem with full-time RVing. Dealership repair wait times. Now, if you're quite content to be fixing the myriad of things that break, malfunction, or were improperly installed in the first place and are a tinkerer, then hey, go for it. It's evidence, though, that repairing an RV is an almost constant chore, and if that's not your thing, then misery is going to follow. Now, if you want to have the dealership do all the repairs, that's fine, but be prepared for a couple of things. First, it's expensive, and purchasing extended warranties are fraught with loopholes, so it isn't always the answer, and you're likely going to have to dig into your own pocket. Even more frustrating, though, and this one would drive me nuts, the availability of a service bay to have repairs done often involves weeks of waiting, sometimes even months of waiting to have repairs done. Now, if your rig doesn't work and you're a full-timer, that could mean you're staying in a rig at the back of a dealership service lot, waiting for your turn, stranded, and unable to go anywhere, possibly for weeks at a time. Excuse me, folks, but that's just crazy. I know of 2 examples of friends who full-time where this happened to them. And in one case, they stayed in the back of a service lot for 6 weeks, unable to go anywhere. Now, they had a car to get their groceries and go to a movie, but they were stranded over 1,000 miles from home, just stuck there. And the other couple ended up having to rent a hotel room for the duration of their repair that lasted weeks too. And that gets expensive, if not hair-pullingly exasperating. I just grab Little Bear and say, here are the keys, I'm out of here. Anyway, so enough bitching about RV industry. That's the reality, and there's little I can do to change it. Either accept it, or maybe RVing isn't for you. Now, is there a solution? Because I want to travel and get out there. And yes, there is. I found it, and while some may gripe and complain about my definitions, I am going to be a full-time RVer while owning my sticks and bricks and without a conventional RV. And here's how I'm going to do it.